Today we're moving on with flexion. We've done extension. Now we're going to do flexion, which is number 2 out of 5 movements of the spine. Go through flexion of the cervical region as well as through the mid-back and the low back. So when I'm doing flexion of the spine, I am really careful. Anytime you're working with the neck in particular, you have to be a little bit cautious. If you get symptoms down your arms or legs, you want to stop and not continue. A little bit of ache is okay as long as we're not getting a lot of pain. I like to do, instead of just a straight up and down motion like so, I like to add just a little bit of a chin to the angle, up, chin to the angle, and then one to the middle. Okay, now you can come down and just put a little pressure. Okay, and just put a little pressure. I'm just pushing on the back of my head and just stretch that out a little bit more. Just get a little bit more rotation. When you move, you want to think of rolling one piece at a time. So it's not just a hinge, but you're just kind of rolling that spine down, rolling that spine down, and rolling it down. I'm not pushing hard. It's just a gentle to firm push. I would recommend that you don't even start with a push. You don't need to. And just drop that chin down towards your bottom of your neck or towards your sternum there. Just kind of roll that down, roll that down. See, it's not a big motion, just small. It's not like I'm going like this. I'm not involving my middle back. It's just the neck, just a little motion. And you do about 15, 20 of those, and then give it a little break. I like the follow-up extension that we talked about yesterday with just a little bit of flexion. They go well together, help get you out of any tightness. One of my favorite ways to do flexion of basically the mid-back and the low back together is a deep squat. You find something to hold on to, whether it's a railing, a desk, a sink, and you are trying to just drop down, have a little handhold, and you're just trying to drop down into this nice deep squat. At the same time, you can tuck your head a little bit to help emphasize or increase that squat. Okay, and then you can come back up and you just repeat that. Drop that down, let that spine curve, drop it down. And you're just letting your rear end drop towards your heels to give yourself this really, really deep squat. If for some reason you can't do that position, which is quite a difficult position if you have tight knees, what you can do is get your chair. I'm using my exercise ball, but you can get your chair and you can do a couple different ways. You can just bend forward, trying to touch the ground in front of you. I like to involve my hips whenever possible. So I'm going to get wobbly on this ball. And I like to bend forward over my leg, if I don't fall off. Bend forward over my leg and let that bend, stretch, curl with a little bit of a hip stretch. And then I'll do that on the other side. Get my hips involved and then give a nice bend forward. Give that really nice flexion through the spine while stretching out my piriformis and my glute. Really a double whammy there. Really, we get a lot of flexion throughout the day. You don't need a ton of this. This is something I would alternate maybe every other day, unless you really find it relieving. Move forward with it, stretch that out. Make sure you do it along with extension. Extension, flexion go really well together, and get your spine moving well. Get it feeling good.